The transition didn't work properly.
Sorry, everyone. We honestly have been sat here for the past 5 minutes. Like, why can't they hear the music? But it turns out you couldn't hear the music because we weren't actually live yet. So, hello!
You can hear us now, right?
You can hear us.
Music isn't
and
too
see
loud.
us and stuff.
We're good.
Hello? We're always live. We always get ready so early and then...
I swear we were almost on time. We were about 5 minutes late.
Hi! Hello, everyone. How are we
Yay,
doing?
You can see us. Hooray.
Hi, Tom, Tim, Shane, Narrowboat, Spudley, hi. Graham, Nina. Welcome in, Keith, Chris. How are we all doing? Rufus is here too. He's just sleeping. Say hi, Rufus.
Rufus is annoyed because he can't monopolise the whole sofa.
And Dupes is asleep too. But how are y'all? Welcome in. Sorry we're late as always.
We also haven't done one of these in ages.
I know. And we've set up some new stuffs. So hopefully it works.
Like the pumpkin transition that doesn't really
Didn't
quite
it work?
It does sort of work. But you see the screen
Yes.
that it's changing to before the
It's
pumpkin.
supposed to be all funky stuff, but how are we doing today? Happy Friday.
And happy Halloween to anyone who
Happy
celebrates.
Halloween, yes.
We did hear a couple of fireworks going off just before we started, so at some point Rufus might just kick off.
Yeah, so
about
apologies
everything.
about that, but he's got his little jumper on, so he should be alright. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Sheila. Welcome in, though, and we're glad that they help. Sending you loads of love. It's really difficult. Never too late. Hi, Bo. How are you three doing? Good to see you.
Love the decorations and the hair. Thank you very much. Shaved especially.
Hi, Daniel. How are you? Ali, welcome in. Oh.
Happy Friday. Made it. Lovely to see you.
I mean, I don't know why I'm celebrating. I've been to the spa this week, so.
Amy's had such an easy week. She's just been chilling. It's the second spa in a month.
What can I say? No.
And then I finished work and then immediately had to dye Amy's hair.
Hi, Ash. Hi, Ronnie. How are you all doing? Nina, welcome in. Joe, welcome in.
We have more biscuits for Rufus when we next see you. Oh, nice. He absolutely loved those. The little
Yeah, he
biscuits
did. He did, actually. He ate them loads. How are you doing?
Really excited every time we broke them out. So, yeah, it's impressive.
Ken, welcome in. Whew. Let me just... We literally dyed my hair. I thought the stream started at 7:30. So we dyed my hair not even that long ago. But I had to be orange. So it's still wet. But I had to be a little pumpkin, right? To match these that you can't actually even see.
At least, you can see these at least.
Jess, hello.
Hello.
How are you? Marlon, welcome in. Do narrowboater children trick or treat other narrowboaters? We've never experienced it, but that would be so cute, wouldn't it? I would love that.
Apart from Rufus kicking off every time.
Rufus would bark a lot, but I would love that because I used to love it when trick-or-treaters come round to our house. We used to decorate loads, didn't we?
Well, Amy did.
I
Amy
did.
used to go to like B&M and just clear out the entire aisle, set it all up, and then we'd have like barrels of sweets and chocolate, and then we'd get like 3 children.
Yes.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because then you get to eat it all yourself. But, yeah, so.
Chris Sprayer, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. With winter around the corner, what do you dread about winter or preparing for winter?
Oh yeah, as always, if you haven't been to one of our live
Yes.
streams before,
Sorry.
generally speaking, it's just a bit of a chat. If you've got any questions, just fire them away. And if we do miss any, like, feel free to just like post it again. But we'll do our best to keep on top of the chat. But yeah.
It was from Tim. What do we dread about winter or preparing for winter? We're thinking for the last 2 years about selling up and moving afloat. One more day aboard. Hello. I'm so jealous of you on the Llangollen. We loved the Llangollen, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely lovely. I think one of the worst things about autumn is that we've noticed that people seem to, I don't know, exploit the fact that the leaves are all over the ground, and the amount of dog poo that you find is so much more.
Oh my god, yes.
So I don't know if it's just because obviously it's like more camouflage, but you will step in it a hell of a lot more in sort of autumn than you do any other time. So that's kind of annoying.
There's loads of dog poo, and the planning of the routes is quite a lot more difficult, because one thing you have to factor in is in the winter they close loads of canals and locks because they need to do maintenance, and it's like the quietest time, so it makes the most sense. But that means as continuous cruisers we have to plan our route like months in ahead, and we're actually trying to rush to get past a closure. So we've got 2 full 10-hour days, Saturday and Sunday, and then the following weekend we've got 2 more full days. So
yeah, so there's like a sneak peek of upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
We'll basically be rushing to get through a 4-month closure.
So yeah, maybe before we answer more questions, we should give a little update on where we are and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess we don't want to give away too much, but we are currently off the Thames. We're on the K&A now, which has brought its own sort of challenges, but so far so good. We are enjoying it. It's been really lovely so far, so I'm glad that we've come down this way. And we saw a couple of sort of recognisable boats on the way as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we went past Taylor's. That was really fun, and we went past Alba, but they weren't in. But that was really cool. Finally, in person.
Also, by the way, we've tested the internet in this spot, but if it does go a little bit rubbish, just let us know. Hopefully it shouldn't. But yeah, let us know if the internet goes.
We can basically see a little light in the corner that's gone red.
We will try our best.
Which might imply that it's dipped a bit.
Yeah, but we'll see. Alex Mitchell says, can you guys say hello to Emma? She's my mum and she loves you. Oh,
goodness. So if you didn't hear that, the internet has been a bit flaky. So bear with us. We're hoping that it's going to be all right, but we are getting a little pop-up that's saying error. So if it dies, just let us know in the chat and we can pause and try and like figure it out.
We literally tested it before and it was brilliant.
It's 30 megabits up. That is more than enough.
But hi Emma, welcome. Thank you so much for watching, Alex's mum. Hi. Thank you for everyone who's saying you love my hair. Thank you. I don't think you've seen it orange yet in the videos, have you?
No, that'll be a little bit still to go for the priority. All good on the internet front on my end. Pause briefly, but all good again. Okay,
thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate it. The crew of Narrowboat Waratah are hearing you loud and clear. Welcome in. Hello. You're loving the double weekly upload. Yay!
Oh, okay,
Leewood,
really
I'm
good.
so glad you're loving it. How are you all finding the double weekly upload?
Because we were really torn, because a lot of the time when we're editing, we like the idea that most of the episodes are just like one thing, and we ended up in the point where they were half an hour long and there was sort of like 2 stories in one. So we thought splitting it in half would work really well, but we know people really like the Friday uploads, so we thought as long as we can do the Friday one still, then if you just like watching the same amount on Friday, then I guess you can just save the Tuesday one till then. But so far it seems to be going okay. So that's
It just means we can focus more on like one town or maybe one event or something like that, a little bit more in each video. And you get 2 videos a week. So
suppose, isn't it? So far it seems sustainable. We were also a little bit worried that it would become way more difficult to edit and upload. There's a little bit more overhead, but I think so far it's been all right, manageable.
James Williams says, do you have a doorbell on the boat? How do people say hello?
Yeah. Generally, they knock on the side of the boat, then Rufus will kick off, and then that's how we know someone's at the boat. So it's just old-fashioned Rufus barking a lot. Yeah.
Have you decided where you're spending winter? Yes, on the Kennet and Avon Canal. We won't say much more.
Yeah, spoilers, but yeah. Graham says, whereas I'm being nosy, I know, but I'm curious what you do for a living. I'm thinking about getting a boat myself at all, and all info helps. So I work full-time in the game industry, making games, basically. So I do that fully remote from the boat. So I've just got like a laptop and stuff, and then we've got our 4G router. So I just kind of like, it's the same as working from home really. The only difference is that we have to make sure that there's good internet whenever we moor up.
Yeah, so that's why we have to rely on internet so much in the videos.
Yeah. But yeah, it works pretty well. The company that I work for is completely fully remote as well, so half the time people don't even really notice that I'm floating around. So, but yeah, that's what I do for a job.
And if you're curious, I manage all of the boat time Instagram, the Facebook page, that kind of stuff, which keeps me busy talking to you all. And I reply to all the YouTube comments and do like lots of background stuff with the videos. And I stream on Twitch. So hello if you're here from Twitch. I love you all.
We are a little bit behind on the comments as well because Amy's been away for the week. So again, if you have commented, we will get round to it, and we really, really, really appreciate all of them.
Landmines under leaves, Joe Wolf says about the dog poo. It's true.
Yeah.
We're actually south this winter, which is we're not really southern people. We haven't really spent much time even before the boat down south, so I'm quite excited to see.
Yeah. We'll always be doing more vegan recipes. The lasagna looks amazing. Oh, thank you. I think when we've been a little bit worse with the cooking lately because it's been so frantic, sort of getting off the Thames and then trying to race through a closure. So we haven't filmed as much sort of cooking stuff, but I think we do like to sort of drop it in here and there. And I think later down the line, when we've got more time to spend on like just making more videos, we'd like to do like more side content things. So yeah, like maybe some boat life cooking things as well.
What we eat in a day and stuff like that again. Which ties quite nicely into Charlotte's question of what are our favourite dinners at the moment.
Ooh.
Noodles. Always we love noodles and we love chips, as you all know. The proper dinners.
I don't know. I really like, at the moment, I've been really enjoying, it's slightly more summery, but a jacket potato with tofu, but we fry the tofu in like turmeric and black Himalayan salt, and it makes it a bit more like kind of like egg mayo. So that's been really good for the summer because it's very fresh, which has been really nice. Hello, alert.
One more day aboard. Thank you so much for using the super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Have some Halloween chips on us. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already checked out One More Day Aboard's channel,
Fellow
vloggers. We met them this summer and they were wonderful. So check them out. Thank you so much, guys. That's really, really sweet.
We are actually going to try and find a chip shop after.
Yes,
that. Yeah. So yeah, much appreciated.
Hi, Flo. Welcome in. Hi, Amy Jo. Welcome. Little old me. Hello. I'll try to say hello to you all. Where were we with the cooking?
It says your favourite dinner.
My favourite dinner. Pasta with like fried peppers and onions and sausages.
It's weird,
simple stuff. We like simple food.
Recently, that's just hit the spot though. Because
Yeah.
I think because we've been doing really long cruising days, that's just so like packed full of like energy. So it's basically like pasta, fried peppers and onions, and then we cut up sausages, and then we just throw heaps of mayo in.
Oh, yes.
It's really good.
Budget and Scarpa, lovely to see you. Hi, little old me. Welcome in. That's still one of our favourite nicknames we've been given.
Yeah.
You're not showing up on Nebo anymore, Spudley. That's we just always forget to go press we're like on a...
Yeah, we're probably still in Loughborough.
Yeah, we always forget that we're to press like cruising, and then like if we do press it, I close the app all the time.
Yeah.
But I'll try and remember, because it is useful, but yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
One more day aboard us. Does Dupe stay in his bunny suite in the well deck over the winter? So yeah, he stays in the crutch, but because we leave the well deck doors open when we're in, the heat goes through quite well, so he stays quite warm. We also get extra straw and everything and pack it into his house, and he gets his winter coat, so he actually stays pretty alright, doesn't he? Like...
And rabbits can survive, like, because they live underground in the burrows, so they like it really cool. So rabbits do so much better when they're colder than when they're warmer. Obviously we keep him warm, but it's more of a worry of keeping him cool in the summer than it is keeping him warm in the winter.
Yeah, and if we ever needed to, like we do with the extreme heat, we can bring him into the main bit of the boat if it is getting a bit too cold for him, but we've not had that yet. And
he can hop down for cuddles and stuff and come closer to the fire, but he just prefers it in there, honestly.
Just very unsociable.
Yeah. Asbus says, is your boat all set up for winter? Which
No.
No, it's not.
Who could have guessed that?
Funnily, you should say that because our stove is broken. Like, the stove is okay, but the door is broken. We can't put the glass on because, like, the screw things that you put the glass on,
yeah,
is like the thread's gone, so we can't put a nut on.
So
it's really complicated, but yeah.
We needed to swap the glass out because the old one was starting to crack, and that's just dangerous. So we took the old glass out. We tried to unscrew the nuts that hold it in, and when we pulled it, just the whole thing came off. So we can't now fix the new glass in. So we're still not sure what we're going to do about that.
We either need a new door or we need a welder.
Yeah, but what we're going to try is just budget and see how that goes.
Budget and Scarpa, like, fire cement it on or something, we'll see. But no, it's not. Other than that, pretty much, we still need to sort the rust on the roof, but mostly...
Yeah, So, I don't want to spoil anything about an upcoming episode, but we did try to do a little bit more on the holes in the bedroom, and we made a small amount of progress with that, so hopefully the mould will be a little bit...
Better.
Worse. Better?
Oh,
yeah. The
worse?
mould situation will be better.
Where is Rufus? He is right here. Disturb him. Say hi, Rufus. He's very sleepy, as he always is. He's got his little jumper on. He's not interested.
Yeah.
Rufus, say hello to everyone. They all really like you.
He's the star of the show,
He says, no, I'm tired. Steve, welcome in. Rebecca, welcome in.
Just a reminder as well, if we have missed your question, apologies, feel free to post it again. If you notice that we've gone to a question past the one that you asked, we're doing our best, but yeah, we might miss a couple.
Where were we? Decks look good behind you. Thank you, Amy Jo. Thank you. We were talking about it with Polly yesterday. We really love the double upload. We don't have to wait so long.
Oh,
Aw,
nice.
Thank you, boo.
Oh.
You cuties. 2 episodes a week's been a boost and a lovely surprise. Oh,
Nice.
we're so glad you're all enjoying 2 per week. That makes us very, very happy.
Yeah, we were really worried. We were
Yeah.
like, oh, what?
'Cause
What if
obviously
everyone's really upset?
Some of them are slightly shorter, but I still feel like they're...
It's the same. It's probably actually a little bit more in terms of
Yeah.
watch time each week. So
You get a little bit extra. Would love to see you every day. Oh, thank you,
Oh.
Shane.
He's staying on the K&A for winter, yeah. So anyone who missed it, that's our current plan. Is we're off the Thames now, back onto the K&A for the first time. We're gonna winter around here. How is the new hideaway desk working out? Hopefully not rolling all over the place.
It's alright!
So what we've done is we've packed it so full of things that the weight of it just means that it doesn't move.
We've put wedged things in front of it so it can't roll now.
Yeah.
That was our plan. A couple of people commented saying put the cups underneath, which is a good idea. But we've just crammed it in the corner.
Yeah. Double upload works well. Big love to Dupes and Rufus. Sorry about my spelling. No, that's actually... I think that's one of the few times we've
really
seen
good.
Dupes spelled
Too
correctly.
many.
Yeah, because it is actually DOOPS, but because it's just like a silly nickname, it doesn't really have like an official spelling. That's just how we've always spelt it.
It started because for those that are wondering why we call him Dupes when his name is actually Rupert, is because it started with Rupert the Poops.
No, wait. It went Rupert, but then when you first got him, then you thought he was a girl for a bit.
I thought he was a girl, so I called him Rupee.
That stuck.
And then it was Rupee the Poopy or something because he poos all over the shop. And then it just got shortened to Dupes, and that's...
Yeah. It was Rupee Dupes, and then
Rupee Dupes, yeah.
Dupester, and then it was Dupester the Poopster, and then it just became Dupes.
Everyone loves your lasagna.
Oh, nice. To be fair, I really love my lasagna.
I do.
It's good.
Rebecca Bailey asked, if you decided to extend your family, would you bring up children on the boat? Good question.
I think if we did, I might want a bigger boat. Because I think this is perfect for our size. But I think to have a whole other person on it full time.
I mean, loads of people manage it.
Yeah. I guess just with our current layout and everything, you want a kid to have their own space as well. But yeah, don't see why not.
But we don't really want children, so we don't have to worry. As long as there's room for us and the pets, we're all right.
Yeah, we've considered maybe adoption at some point, but we'll just see what happens. Blue
Devet, loving the Halloween hair and the pumpkins. Thank you. Thank you. Chris Lugg says, got a question. Roughly how far are you meant to move distance-wise as continuous cruising to keep the CRT folk happy? And then he said, your vlogs are very uplifting. Keep putting those positive vibes out there. Thank you. Do you want to try to do this one?
Yeah, go for it.
So I think the actual rules are you only have to cruise 20 miles a year, I think, to be covered on the continuous cruising license. But I think that's quite difficult to maintain.
Got a super chat.
Thank you. For the chippy later, also popped to a marine. I'm sure someone in the workshop would help with the screw. Thank you so much. Blue Deva, I hope I'm saying your username right. Thank you, that's really, really kind. Thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate it. But yeah, they 20 miles is to keep CRT happy, so I think it is quite doable if you don't want to do the entire network. Some people continuous cruise but stay on one canal, so they might do the entire canal. But yeah, I think
they're generally quite relaxed on it, and it's sort of, as long as you're making a conscious effort to be on the move,
and you have to keep moving forward. You can't go 2 weeks in one spot, backwards 2 weeks. You have to keep moving forward at least 20 miles.
Unless you're stuck on the error wash, then that was literally all we could do.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Char Little asked, would you more in London? Hackney canals are so cool, but it looks so different. Yeah, we really want to do London sort of centre at some point. We've heard some really good things. Our friends have been through there as well. It's definitely on the list. I think, nothing else, just for the experience. Like you say, it sounds like a really sort of unique little pocket of canals. So yeah, definitely.
It does look scary though. The rules are different as far as we've seen. Not busy. Completely, but very different. Double mooring is a standard, and I think it's just a whole different ball game down there. So maybe not yet, but for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Tim noticed the dog poop. Yeah, in Ellesmere. Yeah, plenty along around
People
there.
are like, oh, it would be hiding in the leaves, and then when you jump off the boat, it's like,
Yeah.
right. What difference have you noticed on the cut? Down
Down
south.
south.
Down south.
Well, one thing that we did notice, and we didn't know if it was a rivers thing or if it was a southern thing, but a lot less people said hello to us. And I think for a while we looked really weird because we were just sort of being our usual selves. Like, you see someone wave and say hello, and they'd sort of look at you like...
Sorry, everyone.
They just sort of look at you like, why are you waving at me? Go away.
Yeah, not everyone says hello as much, but that was in Oxford City, like on the main bit.
Yeah, so I think it might also just be that around the city centres, people are just, a little bit less. Other than that, I don't know really. I don't think there's been too many differences. We've missed the potato fritters.
Yes, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Down south, they don't have potato fritters.
Yeah, that's
What are you doing down south, people? Get some potato fritters in the chip shops.
Yeah, it has been really nice though. Really enjoyed it.
Sue Shaw, I've only just discovered you guys, and I say I love your channel. I've been binge watching your
Aw.
videos from West Yorkshire. Thank you so much, Sue. Welcome in, and thank you for watching them. Oh yeah, when Rufus runs around on the big field, he loves
gets
it.
so excited when there's a
Yeah.
field. When we put the long line on, and then he realises he can just go. Yeah,
Lorraine Harding, welcome in. Sheila, hi. Steve, welcome in. Narrowboat, maybe tomorrow. Marlon, welcome in.
Did you enjoy chips at Lechlade? Good chips and fish. Yes, they were really good. Really big portions as well, which was just excellent.
We actually go there in this week's video that went live like a couple of hours ago. So if you haven't watched that after this, give it a watch.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. Just very laid back, just silly.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween from the Condor Marketing Department. Have you found getting around the rivers much more challenging than the canals? Yes. So I think at first it was more just... I think at first we were nervous to go on the rivers because they are wider and they are scarier and they've got bigger boats and they're scarier. But they are really beautiful as well. I think the main problem that we've had, which you might have already got a sense of from the videos, is that mooring is just way more difficult and way more ambiguous. Like, it's still doable, but because we have to we can't really cruise during the week, so a lot of the visitor moorings are like 24 hours. So
A lot
we
of
can't
them
work
are
from there.
24 hours or like 2 days or 3 days maximum. You don't really get like a week's stay or 2 weeks stay like you do on the canals.
Which means that you have to go wild mooring, but that's really hit and miss because normally, as far as we've found, if there is a good spot, generally speaking, there's a boat in it. So if you see a really good spot, it's too shallow or there's like something wrong with it. But then when we do find a spot, because we need the internet to work from during the week, on the canals you can just nudge the boat back and forth until you find a little bit more signal. But with the wild moorings, you tend to just sort of be confined to the one spot you've just about managed to get the boat in on. But yeah, they are absolutely stunning, but it's nice to be back on the towpath, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think if it wasn't for work having to stay in one spot Monday to Friday, then it wouldn't be so much of a problem. So don't let it put you off.
Oh, it's definitely still worth doing.
Yeah, but it is more challenging for sure. And obviously then you that doesn't even factor in river levels, flood conditions, all of that as well. Weirs.
Yeah. It's all a bit scary.
Yeah. Aw, Phil, thank you so much. Hi, Phil.
Hi, hey from the Saunders family. We love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you
super
so
chat.
much. That's so wonderful.
And as we normally say during our lives, any sort of like super thanks and donations are by no means required, but very much appreciated. So thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you.
Thank you. Hi, Sean. Welcome in. Sportbox, hi. Blue Allen, Tim, David, welcome. Hello. Angry Irishman, hi. Welcome in.
Hey.
Let me double catch up with the questions.
And again, for anyone who hasn't already heard me say, if we do miss your question, feel free to post it again.
Any DIY planned for the winter? Well, we don't have much DIY that we're going to do ourselves. But there's something that's we're really excited for.
It's not DIY if we're not doing
Oh, yeah,
it.
that's true. Well, there's an improvement that we've booked in to have on the boat after winter, and we're so excited for it. We feel like it'll make a huge difference. I'm trying not to look at the area.
Further off the scent.
You'll have to wait and see for that one. You'll have to wait a long time. But
we do have some small DIY projects ready to go, though. One of which is the headboard.
We still haven't done
We
the
still
headboard.
haven't done that. That is just propped up in there just because we've just been busy, and anyone else who lives on a boat can probably relate that the jobs list is endless. And most of the time it isn't prioritised in terms of what makes sense. It's just more like, I'm just going to do that because I've seen it and it's bothering me.
What you can do at the time,
Yeah.
Oh, at least for us anyway.
Yeah, so that'll be coming at some point. And then we also need to take another stab at doing the holes properly under the bed to stop the mould, because it's not great.
Yeah. One more day aboard. You're hanging around the Whitchurch area and heading towards Ellesmere. Nice. We absolutely loved the Llangollen around Ellesmere for sure. Really
Also,
nice.
Top tip if you're with the EE around Ellesmere, the arm internet is okay. If you're more just outside the arm, opposite the facilities, it's really good there. It was about 120 down, I think.
Yeah, if we pulled into a marina, someone could help with the rethread your screw for the stove. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Any battery worries with the cold? Actually, you remind us, as we were going on about the jobs, we do actually need to insulate our batteries because now we've got lithiums. They don't do as well with the cold. But I think...
We've got... So
have we got?
Yeah, so we spent a bit more as well because we've got the ones with the heat pads in. So if you try and charge them, they basically won't let the charge in until they've managed to heat themselves up a bit. So they're kind of like quite self-regulating with that to make sure that they don't get damaged. So we should be good, but our electrician did advise us to just put like a little bit of like foam packing around them to help keep the cold out and help keep the heat from the engine from getting them too hot in the summer. So we should be all right.
Yes.
We'll see.
Have you put scary eyes on Condor 3000 yet? Oh, Condor 3000. Bad news, everyone. Is away for the winter. He's asleep under the bed.
He's
hibernating, recharging, ready for a big, busy summer nenext year. Ready for all his fans.
Yeah, we'll update you in one of the videos. But yeah, he's dormant. Asboss63 donated $8.99 with a super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asboss. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, you're all so kind. Stop it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all the support. Like, all the likes, all the comments, all the views. It's just been, really, really kind. And for everyone turning up as well for this.
Welcome in. Yeah, thank you. If we haven't said hello already, we'll try and get to everyone. Lisa Ann says you're both looking gorgeous. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Loving the hair. Do you reflect on how far you've come from your first scary moment to now? You are becoming warriors. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, that's really sweet. I think, we do sometimes, don't we? We'll sort of be like, I remember when we did that.
Yeah, remember when we were scared to do that? Like, sometimes, for sure.
I think coming off the Thames recently, we definitely reminisced about the first time we went on the river, which was the Aurus crossing. I still don't know how to say that.
To be fair, one more day board had it in the video. It's Aurus.
Yeah, I think it's Aurus, isn't it?
Aurus.
Narrowboat Life Unlocked for the ones that know how to say it, isn't it? Was it Fran and Rich?
Fran and Rich.
Yeah. But yeah, because we were absolutely terrified to do that. And the conditions for the river then versus in the summer are so different that, when we were just cruising around on the Thames, we were terrified to do that.
We thought all rivers were going to be like that. But yeah, to be fair, we did it in December. Yeah,
it was a terrible, terrible idea.
Yeah. But yeah, we really do actually, think about how we're, not confident in some things, but I feel like just daily, day to day now, we're pretty confident. It feels very smooth when we cruise. We're getting our own rhythm and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think we're quite knowledgeable on, just day-to-day boat stuff. But yeah, thank you. Braith Cakes. We do have a diesel heater. No. Yeah, we do. We have a
Webasto,
Webasto and 2
yeah.
radiators. So it's okay for now that the stove isn't working, but
Yeah.
it's obviously cheaper to use the stove, so we would like to.
Yes. Rufus half asleep. He's still doing. Oh yeah, he's faced away now.
Rufus is
He's being grumpy. Keep that racket down. Someone's trying to get some sleep. Callum says, "Hey guys, do you ever find it difficult to sleep when it rains at night? Keep up the great work. Thank you very much." I don't think so. I personally find it quite soothing, the sound of the rain on the roof. If it's really throwing it down, then it's not
you
really
get
the
quite
sound.
stressed.
I
Yeah.
assume that we're going to sink. So I then panic about that. So the actual sound of the rain is fine. It's just what a lot of rain can do that is the only thing that will sometimes throw me off.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But no, it is quite relaxing. It's kind of like being in a tent or a caravan.
yeah,
It's really, really nice.
The only thing that we've had that stopped us from sleeping was near Ellesmere. We got woken up because we were in quite a wooded area and all the squirrels were throwing things on the roof of the boat. So every sort of 5 seconds it would just be like ping.
And if you're
really
under a
loud.
tree and it's raining, it really does like bang on the thing. So
Yeah.
hi Rianne, welcome in. We miss you
Oh.
too. I hope you're doing good.
Nice to see
Lovely
you.
to see you. Hi Becky Gibson, welcome. Andrew, welcome in. Hi. Where were we?
Oh, and just obligatory reminder: if you haven't already subscribed and you are enjoying, feel free to subscribe. It's absolutely free. But yeah,
And a like on the stream, I think you can do. Yeah.
oh, nice. We're still not that used to
No, the
live
live
streaming on
streams.
YouTube.
Stargazing Hedgehog says, how long does a water tank last and what are your top water saving tips?
I don't know.
This is where we expose ourselves
Yeah,
for not
the top,
being...
the top tip is just be gross. Be really unhygienic.
No.
No,
If
that's
we
a joke.
if we shower really quickly or we have like sink showers, then it can last us about 10 days, but our tank is 400 litres.
Yeah, I think generally speaking we are very careful with the water anyway, just
Yeah.
naturally. I think we were always a bit like that in the house anyway. So, I don't know, if we like boil veg in a pan, then we'll use that same water to make gravy or something. Like, we try not to just sort of throw stuff out when it comes to water. And I think we've got quite good at sort of washing pots with very minimal water, that sort of thing. So yeah, probably about 10 days.
I really want one of those shower heads with the stones in that's meant to...
the ones that are on all the ads.
Yeah, because it has high pressure, but you don't use as much water. And you can also get aerators on the taps, which don't let as much water out, which saves water too. But also, just a general tip is never go past a water point without filling up, because you never know when the next one isn't going to work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Particularly on the Thames as well, because you have all the water points marked, but some of them are only containers. So you end up having to do like 1,000 trips with a cup.
Yes.
Because you can't stick a hose pipe on it, and that's frustrating. Yeah, and also just drink tons of Pepsi Max and then...
Yeah,
Save
just
water.
don't drink water either, because we don't very rarely drink water. We just have tea, squash, or Pepsi Max.
Yeah, we don't have it
Top tip.
raw.
Hi there from the Loch Earn. Welcome in, Northern Ireland.
Oh, wow.
We've had a lot of rain the last few days and are in flood. Water levels are extremely high. Be careful. Hope you're all safe.
We haven't experienced any flooding yet.
Yeah.
I'm terrified that one day we will.
On the rivers, the floods can get really, really bad, but generally we avoid the rivers this time of year till about April. Just to be extra safe. We'll go on the canals where they generally, sometimes they can be affected by flood, but they generally are a lot safer. But yeah, I hope you guys are all right there, and Kisma as well. We love Kisma. I hope they're doing good. Marion says put a GoPro on Rufus and start his own channel. Oh my gosh.
Just 24-hour live stream of Rufus.
It would just be this, asleep.
Yeah, it'd be the sofa or his bum.
Yeah.
That's mainly where his head is.
Rufus's jumper will protect him from the nasty fireworks.
Aww.
Yeah, fireworks season's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna have to stay in that night and look after him for bonfire night, which is coming up soon. I love how Rufus always stays on his lead, so considerate to other boaters. Yeah, I think because we have his long line, because basically, for anyone that doesn't know, Rufus is very unreliable with his recall. We tried taking him to like a professional dog trainer and everything, but because nothing beats like chasing, like a squirrel or something, like he doesn't really care about food, generally speaking, doesn't really care about treats. So it's really hard to kind of train him to kind of like try and break that instinct out of him. So we use his long line, which is really long. He can get all the exercise he needs, but then obviously throughout the tow path we carry his short lead with him. So if there's like a lot of other dogs that aren't particularly sociable, or if there's cats or anything, then we can just put them on a shorter lead. Yeah.
But also as well, I think he had a dog walker where he went off lead, ran around with other dogs, but because where we are is always a different place, if he did go missing, he wouldn't know the area as well to make his way back. So it's just safety. We would rather not risk it.
Yeah. And he just enjoys being on his long line just as much as being able to run off.
Hi, Steve McDowell. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I've never seen you bodge before, Tim says. I don't think that's correct.
Me, bodge?
Where's bodge? Never. What's been your highlight of the Thames?
There's quite a few, to be fair. I still think mine is Oxford. When we cruised there with 3 of our wonderful friends, that whole trip was long, but it was really nice. And then to end it around Oxford, which was just such a beautiful, friendly city. Had such a nice time there. We went swimming in the river, and I think that was a real core memory for me. So that's probably mine.
I really loved Oxford. Like the city itself is so nice. Really cool to moor. We really liked Lechlade as well.
Yes.
One of our favourite places so far, because we didn't
we
didn't do past Reading, so we don't know what it was like past Reading, but I'd say Oxford and Lechlade and Abingdon, top 3 places. I'd say. One
that we briefly stopped in that you won't have seen yet as well, Goring. We only passed through Goring, but it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we can't wait for you to all see the rest of the River Thames journey.
Yeah. Welcome in, Lorraine. Sorry I'm late in. Hi, you lovely people. Lovely to see you.
Asbus, that's really kind. I know it takes a lot of time to produce, but it's much appreciated with double episodes. Thank you. That's really nice. Tutti Frutti, love the username. Welcome. Me and my partner Dan discovered your channel a few weeks back and have been watching ever since.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Star signs.
Mine's easy. Shall I go
on, yeah.
I'm a Libra.
Where's the Libra? But I have always felt like, I always say I'm a Gemini, but I think I'm a cusp, what they're called. So I was born on the 21st of June, so I think I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp, but I prefer Gemini. I feel more like a Gemini, I think. I don't know. We don't really follow it, but yeah.
Angry Irishman said, "Oh, I want to see Wes and Amy babies." Dawn Brown says, "Just love watching you both. There's always something funny. Have you found any more geocaches lately?" Thank you very much. That's really sweet of you.
Well done.
Not.
Wes doesn't want to do geocaches with me anymore, everyone.
No, it's not that I don't want to do them anymore. It's just that the only time Amy remembers is just when we're on like a towpath in the middle of nowhere. And that is when most of the geocaches are just a bag in a bush. Which are we got a super chat from Stroop43. Thank you very much. I'm loving the video, guys. Please keep it up.
Stroop43, thank you so much. That's so lovely. Welcome in.
But yeah, so the ones that we've done recently are kind of just like carry a bag in the bush, and they're less exciting. The ones I really like is when we go into like a town and it's like a magnetic thing on a sign, or there's like all the little clues. I really like those. So when we're in slightly more built up areas, I'm more inclined to do them. But then because there's so much new stuff, we forget about it. But we will. We'll get back on it.
We can see you, Angry Irishman. We're just a little bit behind on the chat because of the questions. But we can see you. Thank you so much. Don't worry. We're just catching up.
Yeah.
Same with everyone.
Yeah, and again, if we've missed your question, feel free to post it again. But yeah, we're just a little bit behind. Where were we? Happy Halloween, loving the orange theme. Burnt orange is one of my favourite colours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we really like it too. It's very cosy.
I think, would you ever get a dock to more permanently, Angry Irishman said. I don't think so, admittedly. I think for us, the main appeal of the boat life was doing the travelling. It wasn't really necessarily like a housing thing or an area thing. It was just, we just wanted to continuous cruise. So we think once we've kind of at the point where we were looking to need a more permanent place, we would probably maybe look at something else. Maybe like van life or sailboat life or something else, which means that we could still travel.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not going to say never. And if we needed it for like a period of time, something came up, of course. But it wouldn't be something that we would do like long term, I don't think.
Narrowboat Nog in the Nog. Hello, another wonderful vlogger. Make sure you go check out their channel if you haven't already. Happy Halloween to you both. Sorry we're late. Did you ever find your ash bucket?
Oh no, we actually
No. We genuinely don't know.
I think we left it behind. We've lost that
Last
ash bucket. We think we left it behind at Crick.
Oh,
so if you're in Crick, because we were tidying the boat ready for the boat show, and if you're in Crick, free ash bucket knocking around somewhere.
Yeah. But we are known to lose things. The other day we lost Amy's special windlass, which is really annoying because we've got about 39 locks to go through this weekend, so that's going to be fun. And also, even in the house, we managed to lose. How heavy was the rice?
A kilogram.
A kilo. No, it was bigger than it was like a 5 kilo. It was one of the massive ones.
Oh yeah.
We lost about a 5 kilo bag of rice.
Somewhere in the house. We never found it. We know we bought it, and we know we didn't eat it.
We know we put it in the house because I remember carrying it from the car in, and we definitely didn't eat it. So, yeah.
It's not the first time.
Yeah.
Michaela, welcome in. Hello. Quick question: would you recommend the washing machine you purchased, and do you have any purchase or boat regrets? Thanks as always for the great videos. Thank you. Good question. I would recommend the washing machine that we purchased. For those that don't know, we have a little mini camping single tub one. I would recommend it, but only if you don't have room for a big washing machine, is what I would say. Because if I had the chance to have a big washing machine, we would have a big washing machine, because it is a little bit more frustrating to like wash the clothes in it because it's so small, and we have to wait for laundrettes for bedding and like big stuff. But if you're limited on space and you don't want to dedicate like loads of room for a washing machine, it's great, and we do just fine. It's just sometimes the washing piles up because it's a little bit more frustrating to deal with, basically. But yeah, I would recommend it if space is tight.
Yeah, if you like spill something as well, and then you've got like a blanket that needs washing, and then you just kind of have to store it dirty for a while, that's kind of annoying. The one that Alba's got is basically the bigger model of ours, and that looks better because I think they can fit bedding in.
Yeah. A lot of people have the twin tub one with a dryer and a washing machine. But that would also take up quite a lot of room. I have seen Yarrow the Narrow on Instagram, which is a lovely narrowboat account. She's got like a tiny one. It's like a 3 kilogram washing machine. And it's really small, and I think that would fit under a cupboard, so Maybe.
We'll just have to kick Rufus out.
Yeah. EB Bud says, any favourite fishing places? Unfortunately, we're not really we're not interested. Fishing folk, so.
There was a lot of them around Loughborough, though.
Yeah.
So that must be quite a popular place.
Yeah.
Blue Dover said also Sugru is really good to helping with fixing things and hacking gadgets. Oh, okay.
Good to know.
Hello all, we will be getting our boat out in the next few weeks. We've got a little dog and was wondering if you worry about leaving Rufus on the boat, or do you have cameras to keep an eye on him? So we didn't have cameras for the longest time, and he was absolutely fine. He's used to being left on his own. I think the only thing that he had to get used to was sort of people moving past the boat on the towpath. We're getting more errors, so it might lag for a second.
Apologies if it goes a bit laggy. It should come back.
Bear with us. But yeah, so he's... Are we back?
Okay, we should be back. Sorry about that, everyone.
The internet in this spot...
It's really good when it's on, and then every so often it just goes.
It'll dip for like a couple of minutes, and then it'll come back. So hopefully it's back now. We've got green lights and everything again, so...
Sorry about that.
Fingers crossed.
Welcome back.
Let us know in the chat if you can see us again. Yeah, hopefully it's alright.
Yeah, welcome. Hello.
We've got a thumbs up.
Blue Devil, thank you so much. Sean, thank you so much. Trevor's barking mad. Welcome in. Hello.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Thank you for bearing with us, everyone. Sorry about that. Should stay now. We should be all right. I don't know. Touch wood.
Graham said you're on the K&A. Someone's probably nicked your internet.
Yay, we're back. Okay. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so we were just saying about leaving Rufus on the boat. He's generally fine, but we've definitely enjoyed having the blink cameras because it's just a bit of peace of mind that we can actually check on him and see that he's okay.
Yeah, it's much better with the cameras. But he was always all right on his own.
Yeah.
Love your videos every week, Graham says. Came across your channel a couple of weeks after you started and followed ever since. Hope we get a boat of my own one day. Thank you so much for being here for so long, Graham. That means so much.
Yeah, that's really nice of you.
Hope you get one too, and we'll see you out there.
Yeah, give us a beep.
Yeah. When you'll be coming back to North Carolina to visit your sister anytime soon, Angry Irishman says.
Ooh, there's a super chat from Marlon Ramgeet. Sorry if I've butchered your name. Thank you for letting us witness you guys living your best life. Stay positive and try to keep up with Rufus.
from Tampa, Florida.
Oh,
thank you so much, Marlon, for the super chat.
Thank you so much. That's really, really generous of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think at some point we would like to go back and visit my sister in North Carolina. It's just the arranging to leave the boat for that long is a little bit tricky. She's also got a lot going on with her sort of life at the moment as well. So that's a little bit tricky as well. But we'd definitely like to go back out and visit because it was absolutely wonderful there. We really loved it.
We loved it for sure. Yeah, and because of the internet issue, if we haven't answered your question from before, feel free to reply because we're kind of having to use the new chat as it refreshed.
Yeah.
So sorry if we've missed you, but feel free to pop it in again.
Condor 3000 is in danger of capsizing you. Yeah, we've had a few close calls with the old Condor.
Yeah. Marie says, Wes, please be more gentle with the Condor 3000. We love him. Han Pezio says, would you happen to know of a narrowboat hire company that is more conveniently located near an international airport?
Mm-hmm.
The only one that comes to mind, I'm sure there's loads, but the only one that comes to mind is on the River Soar, right next to East Midlands Airport. We saw quite a lot of hires on that stretch.
There was I think it's called like Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire
something.
Something
narrowboats.
But yeah,
like
there's
cream.
On the River Soar next to the East Midlands Airport. There's definitely this a route, so worth checking. But yeah, welcome in.
ABC as well have got tons of different locations as well, so it might be worth having a look at them and seeing if any of them are near airports. But we see them all over the place.
Catherine says, good evening, happy twosome. Thanks for allowing us into your lives. You make me smile and you bring a ray of sunshine. Thank you so much, Catherine.
That's really nice.
That's really lovely. You're all so nice. Shield Maiden, welcome in. Your videos make me so happy. Your comments always make us so happy. Thank you so much.
Asbos says, will you continuously cruise through the winter, and can you stay longer on moorings in winter? Sorry if you've already answered the question. So we haven't fully answered that yet. So we stay out all year round, so we keep cruising around, even through the thicker winter. Generally speaking, the rules are that any sort of mooring limits for CRT, which is just like the general tow path and visitor moorings, they change from whatever restrictions they had to 2 weeks. So you can stay in one spot for up to 2 weeks. We generally sort of stay around for about 1 week even through the winter, but because we're kind of like stuck on the Aerowash, not on the Aerowash, we're stuck on the K&A, we'll probably try and slow it down a little bit more and maybe stay in some spots for 2 weeks. But yeah, we'll still be moving all the way throughout.
Yes, yep. Bears aboard, hello!
Hi Bears!
We love you. Welcome in, how are you doing?
We'll hopefully be seeing you again soon.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Life aboard Amy Joe says, the condor goes faster using a frying pan as an oar. Ask Jan. Jan from Making New Memories and Life aboard Amy Joe stole Condor 3000 and had to use a frying pan as an oar on the Thames. It was great.
Raymond asked, what breed/mix is Rufus? We love your vlogs, and we often laugh out loud.
Aww.
So Rufus, we suspect, is a Podenco, which we learned from some of our lovely viewers, because he's a rescue from Gran Canaria, and we weren't sure what breed he was, but a lot of them who live in that area recognised him, and it's quite a common hunting breed, I think. So we suspect, because he doesn't quite look like a Podenco, but we suspect he's maybe crossed with like a lab or something like that.
Here he is.
And he cries like a whippet, so he's probably just like a mix of lots of different things. We think mainly Podenco. We did do a DNA test one time, and that was a complete joke. It came back as 63% Chihuahua and 37% other.
Yeah, so we didn't really get much more information. Oh, I'm sorry, Rufus. Go back to sleep. Hi guys, it's Andy and Eric. Hello, how are you doing? Sorry we're late, been watching your latest vlog. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Andy's got COVID and needs cheering up.
No.
Really sorry. I hope you're alright, Andy, and your symptoms aren't too mild. Lots of blankets, cups of tea, and I hope it passes soon for you. But welcome in.
Get well soon.
Hope it cheers you up a little bit.
Sorry we're late. Did the headboard issue ever get fixed? No, we haven't yet done it. It's on the list. We've got the bits that we bought quite a while ago now, just sort of lent up on the wall.
We haven't done it. We need to.
Yeah. Narrowboat maybe tomorrow. When might you come back to the Llangollen? We passed you in Ellesmere. Oh, awesome.
Oh.
We do want to go back at some point actually, because we did love that canal. It'll probably be a little while yet though, because we want to kind of go back up north, maybe sort of Birmingham way for a bit. So we're not too sure, but yeah, definitely would like to go back there at some point.
Matthew Woodward. Hello. Shout out. someone who plans in the future to get their own boat solo and is also a vegan, how easy/difficult is it to find vegan food on the move in small villages?
It's very hit and miss, to be fair. Obviously, it's getting better. We tend to find there is more stuff these days in sort of like smaller little local shops, but you will probably be eating a lot of Linda McCartney sausages if that's the case, because that's the main thing that they stock. But generally speaking, it's not too bad. I think the main thing that we've sort of used more recently is delivery, so like Tesco deliveries, that sort of thing.
That means we can get our meat replacements and things you wouldn't necessarily find in smaller shops.
Yeah, so I think, you'll be alright for that sort of thing. Like, a lot of the delivery drivers are quite used to delivering to boats, so you can give them, like, a lock or, like, a bridge or, like, a pub nearby, and they're quite used to just sort of waiting for someone with a pair of keys on a cork to come up and pick it all up.
So no, it's not too bad when you can get deliveries and stuff.
Yeah.
And quite often in a town big enough to be in walking distance, for like a big Tesco, we just have things, staples as well, that we keep in the cupboard, like beans on toast, noodles, pasta. Yeah. If we are running low on stuff. Becky Gibson says, "Hi guys, have you thought about a bigger boat or a different layout?" We have thought about it, and there's pros and cons of both, because our boat is it's not small, it's a 50-foot boat, but it is like just...
It's on the smaller end.
It's on the smaller end, and we have thought about like, oh, it would be nice to have a longer boat so we could have room for this and stuff, but then it just makes cruising a little bit more difficult. You're restricted on maybe what canals you can go on.
The licence costs more.
Mooring is slightly more difficult. And because we want to travel the entire network, we purposely got a boat, I think
57.
I think it's either 57 or 53 foot. If your boat is that length, you can cover everywhere. I think there's like one little section, big, that's like
40 or something.
That's like, and then if you go a bit bigger, then there's like a canal that you might not be able to go on because the locks are shorter. And then the longer you go, there's certain... So we got a 50-foot boat because that was meant that we could cover everywhere on the network.
The only layout thing that we've ever really questioned, because I think we're pretty happy with ours, but I think we keep going back and forth. We think we might prefer a walk-through bathroom, which is a fairly minor thing, but yeah, that's about as far as we've gone with, like, we could change the layout.
Yeah. No worries, Rue's Life. Welcome in. Hello. Helen says, "Hi guys, can you do a little birthday shout out for our little girl? She is 5 today and watches you both. Her name is Amelia. Happy birthday, Amelia!" Thank you for watching the videos. I hope you're having a great day.
Becky Gibson says, "Can't believe it's been a year since we watched you guys carve pumpkins." I know, that is crazy, isn't it? It's, time has absolutely flown by. I can't believe we're going into another winter already.
Our second Halloween on the boat. Making new memories, welcome in.
Hey.
I hope your little live went well. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Another wonderful vlogging channel if you haven't already checked them out.
Oh, lovely everyone saying happy birthday, Amelia. You're all so kind.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Taylor's Aboard gives the impression that the mooring was a problem on the K&A. Does that worry you? The Thames, you got stressed like we did with mooring, Steve said.
So, because we watched Taylor's as well. I think part of that is because they've got a 70-foot boat. So I can see why that is a lot more difficult, and a lot of the locks are quite tight for them as well.
And they have the extra issue because they prefer to moor kind of away from other boats because of the cats. And
they've got a car as well. So they've got sort of a different set of mooring difficulties to consider. So I can see why they've found that a little bit stressful. I think we're generally okay because Rufus is quite good at jumping to the towpath, which helps. And our only real requirement is internet. So we're quite happy to moor in like a busy area or a quiet area. Whereas I think, they're a little bit more specific with what they need. So I think, we're We're pretty happy so far on the K&A.
We've heard some things about things being stolen, and obviously there's issues with that. But we're just making sure that we're checking where we're mooring up first and stuff like that. But so far so good. It feels really really safe.
Same as anywhere else, isn't it?
Yes. Jan, welcome in. Hello. The Zoom went well, but we missed you. I think we might make it a regular thing. Yeah, that would be really, really nice. We'd definitely be up for that, for sure. Hi, Mum and Dad. Hello, everyone. Tim Caswell says, having seen other vlogs where people have found really bad things in their bilges, how scared are you when you found the inspection hatch?
So we watch Nomadic Crowbot. I don't know if anyone else watches them.
We love Nomadic Crowbot.
Brilliant. Absolutely love them. If you haven't already checked them out, definitely would recommend. They're definitely one of our favourites. But yeah, it really is scary because this whole time we haven't been able to check in the bilges. And like you say, you could find, if you find water in there, you know something's going on that shouldn't be. So we were absolutely ecstatic to find out that it was dry, but we were terrified to have a look once we found that little door.
Yeah. So yeah, we were nervous, but we were really glad.
Yeah.
Vegan Wanderer says, I did start a Facebook and Instagram group called Vegans on the Cut for boaters to add places they find on their journeys. Oh, well, I'll definitely have a look at that after and join it, because that would be really useful.
We use Happy Cow as well.
Happy Cow is good.
We've sort of fallen behind a bit on it, but we like to try and leave reviews on there as well. Yeah, just to help people find all the cool little vegan places.
Well, that kind of goes in with Marie Twig's question. We love your vlogs. Thank you. Which boating vlogs do you like to watch? There's so many. I don't want to miss anyone. Apologies if we do. But I feel like our main ones at the moment, because we watch so many, but we might not watch every single episode of every single vlogger. We might watch kind of, if there's a place that they are and we have been, or we're interested in going, or something exciting happens, we watch. But the ones that we watch every single episode, I would say, are Nomadic Crowbot, that we've just said, Holly the Cafe Boat, Making New Memories in the chat.
Yeah, our friends in the chat, we keep on top of
Bears Aboard, Amy Jo, Cruising Alba, Taylor's Aboard,
Chugging, although they haven't been
Chugging
as
along
active recently, but yeah, we still love them.
We watch so many. I really don't want to miss anyone, but I think they're the major ones, like that they watch all the time.
Like the regular uploads that we watch a lot. Yeah. Yeah, there's tons.
But yeah, there's so many that we also are subscribed to and we watch.
Yeah, there'll be some evenings where we sit down and we're just like, should we not like just make our own personality, our only personality trait narrowboats, and just watch something else?
Yeah. Sean said,
I think it was up a little bit.
Sean Lacey, thank you.
Wes, how do you balance a full-time job with living on a canal boat and having the boat as your office? It's alright, to be fair. Like, I think I did wonder whether it would feel too much like I was just sort of around work too much, because I think in a house it's nice to have like a little separate office space to where you kind of relax. But I'm quite used to it, and I think because our desk is almost like a hot desk, so we can plug in our laptops and unplug them. So like Amy will use the desk sometimes, and then I'll work on the sofa and vice versa. And then I think as soon as I finished work and there's like, generally speaking, different scenery around, that definitely just helps my brain to sort of be like, right, work's done, just into like personal mode now. And particularly with my new job, which is a lot less stressful, which has been really nice. So that's just helping me to not have work just kind of like looming over me. It's like once I'm working, I'm focused, and then as soon as I'm done, it's just boat time.
Boat time. Sheila Wynn says, my mum will be watching this tomorrow. Can you wish her a 75th birthday for December? She loves watching you. Her name is Marion. Happy birthday, Marion! Thank you for watching the vlogs. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Sheila.
Oh, that's so sweet. Tim said, having seen other vlogs where people have found really bad things. I know we've already done that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting lost in the chat.
Polly says, when are you getting a 100-foot double-decker wide beam? And Angry Irishman says, would you ever consider a double-decker narrowboat?
I don't think you'd be able to go very far. I think a lot of the bridges would stop you, but it would definitely make for an interesting living space.
Yeah.
You get on like a... Is it George Clark? The guy that
Amazing
does the Amazing
Spaces,
Spaces?
yeah. Tesco delivery is surprised when they know you live on a narrowboat or ask about it. A lot of them are used to delivering to canals. They'll say, oh, we deliver to boats all the time, so they're all right, yeah.
Yeah, we found that the more awkward we think it is to get to us, the nicer the delivery person is.
Yeah,
so like if we're at a spot where it's like, dead easy, they can just park there, then they tend to be a bit grumpier, because I think they I guess are probably more like house deliveries. But if we'll be out in the middle of nowhere and there'll be a really awkward sort of winding road that you have to reverse back down, they'll be the friendliest people, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I love delivering to boats.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah, it's a mixed bag, but generally speaking, they're really, really nice.
Shunya, I'm in a beautiful remote mountain village in Argentina, and I love watching your vlogs.
Wow.
You're both amazing how you get through all your challenges. Thank you so much. That's really wonderful.
That's really nice.
I bet that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So jealous. I bet it's going to be really nice in the winter. Also, where was it? Dave Chambers. Hello from the Scottish Highlands. Amazing.
We did the NC 500 1 year before when we were in the house, which if you didn't know is you basically do like a camping road trip around the north coast of Scotland. Can't recommend that enough. It's absolutely stunning. Definitely worth a go if you like travelling and you've got a car.
Bye Glenn, thank you so much for popping in. Lovely to see you and hope to see you about, yes.
Graham's another Crowbot fan. Nice.
Bears Aboard said, we are enjoying the K&A so far, no problem mooring. Agree that some of the locks need updating though. Yeah, we're the same. So far so good. Yeah. Which we're glad. We were a bit nervous, but
yeah, I think because we spent last year on the Error Wash as well, which also had very heavy locks. I think we were kind of already in the mindset that we were going to have to deal with that. And also we've just come off the Thames where all the locks are electronic and very easy.
Very nice, yes.
Don't let Wes near the Titan. Seems to be a male bonding thing. I will be ecstatic if I
we
ever
love
get
the
to
Titan.
meet Crowbot's Titan.
We'll be like, move Chris, move Bex. I want a picture with the Titan.
If anyone doesn't know, Titan is Crowbot's Hoover.
Wetback, yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Colin Head, welcome in. If you find water in your bilges, you are sinking.
Yes.
Not always. Sometimes it's not as bad, but it's rust.
Well, you're sinking just very, very slowly.
Very slowly, yes.
Oh yeah, Narrowboat. Well, we've seen a few. He's one of the ones where if we don't know how to do something, we'll Google it, and his videos will come up. Same with Cruise at the Cut as well, like King David.
Jan, thank you. Her match is the Halloween decks. I know, that's why it's still wet, because I was like, I've got to dye it orange. Like, it was already orange, but I wanted to dye it for the live stream. So, like, 6:30 before this, I was like, quick.
Don't forget to give old Charlie a wave. Love you
guys. Oh, Charlie, hi! Welcome in,
nearly
good
missed
to see
this chat
you.
due to watching your latest vlog. Oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you.
Thomas Fillion, says, do you see yourself still on a boat in 5 years?
To be honest, we don't know. I think we're very much just sort of go wherever the wind takes us. So if we decided that we wanted to do like van life for a bit or get a sailboat for a bit, we just don't know. I think we don't tend to plan sort of very far ahead anymore. I think moving on to the boat sort of taught us to be a little bit more spontaneous with things and just however you currently feel, really. Yeah.
I don't think we'll be on the boat forever, though. The narrowboat. Like, we absolutely love it. But like we said, our main goal and, like, love is exploring the network. And who knows what we'll do after that. But once we've explored the whole network, maybe we'll explore other places.
I think one thing that we'll probably still be doing, though, is documenting it all and making videos, because we have really enjoyed that, and it's really nice for us as well to be able to go back and see everything that we've done.
Yes.
So that's why on our channel as well you'll get a vlog where we're just sort of off somewhere else for a bit and you don't even really see the boat very much, but because we like to sort of show you like just what we're up to, and at the moment that is centered around a boat.
Hi Jennifer and Dean White, watch every video. Welcome in. Sent Chips, thank you so much. I was hoping to meet you at Lechlade, but unfortunately you were not there at the time we were there. Sorry to hear. We loved Lechlade. I hope you had a wonderful time as well. I'm sure we'll see you at some point.
Have you treated yourselves to a Cruising Crafts windlass holder yet? No, we haven't. We've seen that they're quite popular, but I think for me, I just don't tend to use that sort of like holder, because I think I just get paranoid that it's going to fall out.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not in my grip, then I'm worried about it. So I think, yeah, not personally for me, but they do look really lovely.
Kathy Lewis from the USA, welcome in. That's really cool. And Jane Drews from Germany.
Oh, wow.
And from the eastern border of Finland.
No way.
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I love watching you from the USA. How can I buy you a coffee? If you would like to buy us a bag of chips, which is by no means expected but very much appreciated, I think in the description of this there should be a link to buy me a coffee. So you can do it through that. But again, absolutely no pressure. Just being here, watching, liking is more than enough support. But yeah, thank you. That's really sweet of you.
I'm dying to know how long you were actually sitting on the floor of B&Q the other month. Graham Warner.
It was genuinely, I'd say it was at least half an hour.
Yeah.
We were there for ages. We just, generally speaking, when we're sort of at a creative odds with each other, we tend to just lean one way or the other. Like, one person will just feel a little bit more passionate about it than the other. But that one was just, we just could not decide.
No.
So we just progressively sort of insulted each other's ideas.
Jay Hendy, welcome in from New Zealand. You're such a lovely couple. Thank you so much.
That's
welcome
amazing.
in. Keith and Polly, hi, how are you doing?
We'd absolutely love to visit some of these countries as well, where you're all from. Like, it's something that we want to do more of in life generally, is just, yeah, travel around and visit more countries as well. And New Zealand would definitely be on that list.
Yes, yeah. From Vancouver, Canada, Tia as well. Welcome in. Really cool.
I love Canada. I've been there twice as a kid on holidays. And it's, yeah, amazing.
Jeffrey Owen says, I have to ask, your DIY has improved. If so, what is the next project? When is the great paint job happening? We have, because we really want to repaint the boat, and when we repaint the boat, we want to rename the boat. I feel like we should prioritise it this summer.
I feel like we should do that, doesn't it?
Summer, yeah, for sure.
It's a very good point, Jeffrey. You may have made that decision for us now.
Summer, it seems. Becky Gibson says, favourite horror movie?
Ooh, I don't like them. So, as most of you already know, I'm a very anxious person and I'm scared of most things in life. So my idea of entertainment is anything that makes me not scared. I've never personally understood the appeal of like scary rides or scary films. So as far as a favourite one goes, it's slim pickings.
I haven't watched a horror movie in such a long time, but I think I really liked, from when I was younger, Ghost Ship, which is quite a small one, and The Ring, classics. But yeah, I'm also less. I used to watch horror films literally all the time. They were my favourite type of film, and then now I'm really scared of them.
I've been a bad influence on your
Was a bad
tolerance of fear.
influence.
I think the closest I get to a film that I think I enjoyed it, that was scary, but it was more of a thriller, was Bird Box.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
But that was because it was more just an intense situation. Or I don't mind zombie films if they count. I don't think they count. they're more action films, but zombies are all good. Don't mind them.
Make sure we're not missing anyone.
Again, yeah, if we have missed your comment, feel free to post it again. Absolutely fine.
But thank you all for being here and chatting with us as well still.
Yeah, we do really enjoy doing these. We were a bit gutted that we missed doing a summer one, but the idea, generally speaking, is to do sort of at least one per season. Char Little said, what's your go-to struggle meal when you're not near a supermarket and using what you've got up?
Noodles.
Noodles or pasta.
Like the packet noodles.
Yeah, or rice, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think one thing that's quite good for long life is we'll have our sort of vegan attempt at like a tuna pasta. So we get chickpeas, bash them up, and then you put kind of like nori in it to make it taste a bit sea-like. And then put sweet corn in, and then, as per usual, tons of mayo. That's like a good like fallback one.
Just show Rufus a sec.
He's found the attention, and it's in Amy's lap. He's just fast asleep.
Also, we did try and get dupes out for this, but sometimes he's just in a mood where he doesn't want to sit still, and he climbs all over and he digs and he gets really annoyed about having to
like throwing
stuff.
around.
So he really just wanted to go back into his home. So
Yeah.
he's doing good. I can hear him throwing stuff about. He's
He's very grumpy. Marie said, does Wes keep hitting his index finger with a hammer for the black nail varnish? My nails are always really chipped as well, because if we go out and we have like a nice day, then I'll do them, and then they just sort of progressively chip off from like ropes and stuff. So they always just look really like knackered.
But you just like painting your nails, don't you?
Yeah, just do a couple.
Rue's Life says, if you're up at Whitchurch Shropshire Union, you're welcome to pop in for a cuppa. Oh, nice. Thank you. We've been there before, have we? Yeah.
Is that the same? Is that
Shropshire
the same
Union.
Yeah, that's the same one that's
Yeah, I
near
think
the
so.
Llangollen, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've only done like a short stint on the Shropshire Union when we were crossing between coming off the Llangollen and moving on to the Trent and Mersey. But we definitely want to do more of the Shroppy.
Oh, big yawn.
Oh, it's a good boy.
Tim Caswell says, has moving to a narrowboat and changing your jobs reduce stress and help your mental health?
Yes.
Yes.
Hooray! It's not fixed everything, annoyingly, but definitely a lot better than, well, I know for me, definitely a lot better than I was. Still plenty of progress to be made, but yeah, a hell of a lot better than I was in the house.
And for me as well, I was able to leave my job, and now I kind of can do this, like YouTube and streaming and stuff full time, which is really, really amazing, and that's so much better. Because my job was okay, but I've had loads of jobs that I didn't really like, so just being able to get out of that was really nice. But yeah, like we say, it doesn't fix all the problems, but it definitely makes it easier to deal with. Fleur says, are the tennis balls that I gave Rufus still alive?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think he squashed them all straight away. But he does like that little plastic dummy.
Yeah,
he loves that.
He's suddenly gone back to that, and he uses it loads now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Keith says, you have now mentioned a sailboat a number of times. We have a vision of you sailing Kadoa on YouTube. Oh, we haven't. We'll have to look at those. But we do watch a couple of boaters, chasing currents and sailing Indiana. Le Vagabond. So it's definitely up there with things we would love to do.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes.
Thank you, Blue for the reminder. Please make sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. It helps us out in several ways, but yeah.
It makes YouTube happy with us.
Yeah, it appeases our overlords.
Marie Twig says, we know you met in Sheffield, but how did you find Sheffield? We are part-time boaters who live in Sheffield but can't get away back to our boat.
So I moved to Sheffield when I went to uni. So I did 4 years at university there and then stayed after that and worked for a company there. And then, yeah, I think in total I was there for about 10 years before moving on to the boat.
I lived in Sheffield, I think, 6 years. I love Sheffield. I miss it so much. We both lived city centre, and then we lived in Hillsborough, if you know it. We loved Sheffield, but it was definitely the stress of living in a city centre. Like, the football in Hillsborough was very stressful to deal with. Don't miss that. But yeah, we loved Sheffield.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Special place in our hearts, and hope you can get to your boat.
Yeah. If you didn't know, we met on Tinder.
We met on Tinder in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Angry Irishman, have you thought about getting another puppy?
So, I think that our family is a good size. Amy will go through bursts of being like, should we get another dog? And I'll sort of say, no.
We did foster before. So we fostered a little dog called Rex. He was brilliant. Because rescues have such a special place in our heart. Where are you going, Rufus?
He's falling.
Rescues have such a special place in our heart. So there's always so many dogs that I see, and I'm like, oh, you could live with us. We could give you a home. But we have to just think practically. Because Rufus is very adaptable to travel and stuff like that. So we feel like for now we don't want to change the dynamic.
Yeah, if we ever move back into a house, I think we'd probably end up.
We'd probably have 10
Yeah.
dogs.
Adopt everything.
Hi Q, how are you doing?
Dean asked what name, and Graham said you have to name the boat Condor.
Condor 4000.
So the plan has kind of been to call the boat Lazy Projector, because it's a song by Andrew Bird that is very dear to our hearts. And it just sounds like quite a cool boat name. But we're still not like 100% set on it. That's kind of sort of
Condor
front runner.
4000.
But yeah, Condor 4000, that is appealing.
Amy Jo agrees as well. Condor 4000.
There you go.
Nearly everyone wants to
The
sing.
people have spoken. It must be so.
Jeffrey says, I'm with Wes. Horror movies are scary as well, but I don't like to be scared.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you voluntarily feel fear?
Gary Charlesworth, welcome in.
Oh, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing good and work was all right. Rambling Adventures, hello as well. How noisy are neighbours on the canals with generators, barking dogs, etc.?
Generally speaking, pretty good. Even if someone's got a generator, if they're more than like 1 or 2 boats down, it doesn't tend to bother us. Obviously, most people are respectful and they only run it between the hours of 8 and 8, which is what you're supposed to do. So that's not too bad. I guess the benefit on the canals is if someone is a bit noisy, you can just sort of nudge your boat along a little bit more, and then it's fine.
And Rufus is sometimes the noisy dog.
Yeah, that's true.
You bark, don't you?
He's generally pretty good, but yeah, we don't normally find dogs that are noisier than him.
Yeah, we're all right. And if someone is particularly noisy, we haven't experienced it yet. But we would probably just move up a little bit.
Yeah. But we've had people sort of run their engines at like 6 a.m. sometimes, and we'd be like, oh, that's not great. But it doesn't really cause too much disruption.
You done now?
So they're generally all right. I think the only time we're a little bit more on edge is if there's a lot of people around the boat drinking. Then I think if they're getting a bit leery, that will put us on edge more than anything.
Jeffrey Owens, we all know you love chips, but what is the crave beyond chips that you don't get very often now that you're boating? Great question.
Wagamamas.
Wagamamas.
Figazzi for Wagamamas.
Yeah, we really like Wagamamas.
Sushi is quite rare.
Sushi. We love sushi.
Oh, that is a good question though.
Yeah.
I think they're the ones
Pizzas. We get takeaway pizzas sometimes, but storing pizzas in the freezer is hard. So I miss just being able to always have like pizzas on the go.
Oh,
and ice. I miss ice.
Amy is an ice fiend, if you didn't already
Yeah.
know. So in the house, she'd just have like half of a freezer drawer was just full of like ice cube trays, whereas now she's only got like one.
Yeah. Oh, Never Too Late. You watch Vagabond 2. They are really good, aren't they? They're very inspiring.
And they're just such well-made, beautiful videos.
Yeah. Bears Aboard said, what are your least favourite day-to-day boat jobs / chores, and who does what?
So most people, I think, say the toilets because we've got cassettes, and I think the worst thing about them is just like having to do it. I don't. The actual act of like emptying it, I'm absolutely fine with, but it's more just like toilets are nearly full, better go do them. That to me is just more like an irritating necessity. But I do that because like generally speaking, when we do the facilities, the toilets and the water need doing at the same time. And our water tank, a lot of them will have like an overflow spout. So if you fill it up too much, it will just spew out the side. And most of them don't have a gauge, so you can't see how much water's in there. And I just find that really unpleasant because if it spills out, it floods Stoops' bedroom. And I just find like the anticipation of waiting for like up to an hour for this thing to fill up, knowing that at any moment it's just going to flow everywhere, just stressful. So I'd much rather go and deal with the toilets while Amy does that.
Yeah. I don't like the process of mooring up. Like, I don't mind it, but like I find it really annoying, like holding the ropes, and then Wes will be doing the back, and then the front will swing out, and then I'll hold the back, and I'll hold the front, and the back will swing out. I sometimes get like frustrated with that. That was mainly on the rivers actually because of the flow.
Yeah. Where you'd look away for like a few seconds, and you look back, and the boat's like over there, and then you have to spin ages pulling it back in.
So mooring up is actually one of my least favourite, and the laundry.
Yeah,
because of the issue with the washing machine.
Well, I think that's even annoying in a house, isn't it?
Yeah. John Allen, welcome in. Good to see you. And Rachel, hi. How are you?
Rufus is super cute. We need more footage of Rufy the rabbit.
Yeah. Ru said.
Yeah, we'd like to get a little bit more footage of him, but I think a lot of the time he doesn't appear as much because he's being grumpy.
He sleeps in the daytime quite a lot. Yeah. Well, he's basically still in the daytime, and he comes out most evenings with us on the sofa. But by that point, we've kind of got our PJs on, got the camera away and stuff. So yeah, we don't film him in cruises as much because he's usually asleep. And then in the evenings we put the camera away, but we'll try and get some more cheeky clips of him, but they'll probably just be grumpy dupes.
If you filmed it about 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. is when he's
get loads of footage
running around, playing with his toys.
Slinging stuff around.
Trevor's barking mad. Love your vlogs, they're so natural and great outlook on life. Thank you so much.
Thank you for also watching for so long as well. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we always see your comments. Really appreciate it. Spudley says, Wes, how is it now you've got some proper spanners?
Oh, it's so good.
I'll go get dupes.
It's so nice having proper spanners. Like, I know that obviously everyone was shouting at us for using adjustable ones, and rightly so. But they're so much easier. You just use, like, I know this is really obvious to everyone, but they're so much nicer using them. Like, we've been able to tighten like the alternator belt and everything just way easier, and without the fear of sort of slowly damaging everything that we touch. So yeah, it's well worth the investment. It just took us a while to find a spanner set with the right sizes because for some reason most of them didn't have the right one. But yeah, much better now. If it's not on camera.
Here he is.
Little dupes. Question: do people think that he's big or small?
Yeah. If you looked at dupes, would you think he was a big rabbit or a small rabbit?
Because he's technically a miniature, and I've always thought he's kind of medium sized. Amy always thinks he's really small, but everyone always comments on how big he is.
Yeah, I think he's little.
He's grumpy. That's his size. Karen said.
Where is it?
Oh, it's got lost in there.
This one.
Oh yeah. Hi, I've watched you from the beginning. My question is, has living on a narrowboat inspired/informed any changes in the way you work? Ah, that's a good question. Thank you for watching from the beginning as well. That's really, really kind of you. I don't know actually. I think...
good night, Jane Drew. Sorry if we missed you.
I don't know. I think before we moved onto the boat, I was already in the mindset of working more sensibly, more sustainably. So before, I'd kind of do like the game industry. For anyone that doesn't know, game development is notorious for having like pretty horrendous unpaid overtime, and I've definitely done a lot of that in the past. And I think as we were gearing up to move onto the boat, I was slowly shifting my mindset into just like a much healthier work-life balance. So that's probably the biggest one. And being on the boat has definitely reinforced that, and it's helped sort of mental health quite a lot as well. And I guess for you, it's sort of just freed you up a little bit, isn't it, to escape the 9 to 5.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The Vegan Wanderer says, have you thought about getting a rubber mallet for hammering in the mooring pins? I'm pretty sure I've given myself tinnitus using a metal hammer. Don't want you to worry, Wes.
That's a good idea, actually. I don't know what.
Actually.
Yeah, because the noise is always so loud.
I do,
Especially if we moor up quite late at night. We're like, sorry.
Yeah. And if you have to double pin it as well, then you're whacking like 4 metal pins in. It does.
Get kisses.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Might have to consider that.
Natasha B, thank you so much for saying lovely hair. Thank you. And John, yours does too, John says.
Thanks, John. Glad you noticed.
Wagamama's is great for dietary requirements, Tom
Yes,
says.
it is.
Gluten free. Yeah, they are really, really good. Rue said you don't want to rock the boat by introducing more animals.
Very true.
But
Q said, love all the orange, the matching is adorable. I'm doing well, how are you both? Thank you very much. Yeah, if anyone hasn't already noticed in the vlogs, if we are going out somewhere properly, Amy laughs at me because I quite like us to sort of like subtly match, so she'll get changed first.
Wes will always try and match
I'll
me.
get something that's kind of similar, like colour scheme, which is probably really cringy, but yeah. So you can keep an eye out for it. If you haven't already noticed, more often than not, I am wearing something that is sort of suspiciously similar to Amy's scheme. But yeah, we're doing well as well, thank you. It's really lovely chatting with you all.
A mixture. Dupes is bloody massive. He's enormous, middle-sized ball of cuteness. He isn't huge. Dupes looks average. I'm a veterinarian, so I meet a lot of bunnies.
Okay.
Bears say he's medium, but with a lot of fur, yes. Maybe tomorrow says, if Dupes is miniature, I wouldn't like to meet a large. The thing is, hi Spore Box, the thing is, Dupes is just mostly fluff. Like, he is really small. Like, well, he's not really small.
If he was wet, he would be half the
But
size.
like, his head, this is actually his head. This is just fur, isn't it?
Yeah, he was probably a good, like, 75% fur.
Yeah. And this is just his...
Because also, like, 10% of his body as well is just permanently just floating through the air.
Yeah, I can see I've got fluff all over me.
Yeah. Does Dupes like rich tea biscuits?
Yes.
Our Rabbit Trumpy love them. Oh.
Yeah, he does. I try not to give him too many, but Rufus and Dupes both love biscuits.
Yeah, definitely. At Market Drayton a few weeks ago, there was a narrowboat with pizza oven on. Oh yeah.
We've had a pizza from there, Andrew, we have.
Because they did a vegan one as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
it was
really good.
Really nice. Be dangerous mooring too close to them though, because I feel like we'd just go constantly.
Yeah. Rachel, we're glad you're enjoying the 2 videos a week. Let's see. Are you two married? And if not, why not?
Oh, that's a good question. So we're not. It's just something that we sort of thought might do at some point.
Might do, might not. We're not pressed to get married.
Yeah.
And I think if we did get married, it would be a tiny wedding.
There's far too much social pressure in a big one.
Yeah.
And we recently went to Tom and Alice's wedding, which I just don't think we'd ever be able to top, so that's kind of
That's
depressing.
true. There's no point there.
So if we don't ever get married, it's Tom and Alice's fault. Blame them.
But no, for us, I think it's just more...
Feels almost like a formality, doesn't it?
We will probably get married at some point, but we're not in a rush.
Yeah.
Probably is the best way to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Graham.
Where's punching? No, he's not. Stop it, Graham.
I've always said that.
No, he's not. Yeah, baked on board the pizza. We did that.
Trevor said, I had 2 lion heads. Mine was smaller, but not by much. The fluff, it gets everywhere. I'd sit for ages picking out dead fur. Would you get a second bunny? We used to have a second bunny, because obviously they like to live in pairs.
Yeah, so...
so we'd rescued another rabbit. Well, I guess you want to say originally about...
Yeah, so for those that are wondering, because we know that bunnies should be in pairs, but yeah, so when I first got Dupes, like 9 years ago when he was a tiny little baby, he had a brother called Bilbo, and they were really close. They lived together for years and years, about 5 years, and then Bilbo unfortunately died. He had dental problems, and then when I lived with Wes, we did try and get Dupes a mate, because then they're not really supposed to be alone, and we had her for about a year. But she wasn't a very sociable bunny. She just much preferred her own space, whereas Dupes is very, very sociable, as you can see. He loves cuddles, he loves oars. Dupes is going deaf and blind as well, so sometimes they would fight because she was a lot more dominant than Dupes, and they had a couple of nasty fights where she made holes in his ears, and it was horrible. So when we spoke to a vet, we had to unfortunately rehome her. She got a lovely new home, but she was just bullying Dupes because he's a little guy.
He's also quite old as well, and the vet sort of said that he probably wouldn't survive sort of too much of that.
Yeah,
we
so
don't want to risk it. And
bonding bunnies together, for those that don't know, is very stressful, because bunnies are weird, and they'll do this weird fighting thing until one of them is in charge,
and then they'll love each other, be inseparable for the rest of their lives.
And the bonding process for a blind and a deaf and an old bunny, it was just too stressful on him. Like, we noticed a huge difference in his personality. Yeah. He just wasn't the same. So
and she wasn't, because we got her sort of fresh as a rescue, and we sort of realised as well that she wasn't really bothered about us being around. So the place that we did end up rehoming her to was just this like big bunny sanctuary where she was just around loads of other bunnies, and she was way happier there. So it was really sort of heartbreaking making that decision, but it was definitely right for both of them.
But yeah, we think he's just a bit too old now to go through that process. We've been advised, so he's pretty content.
Yeah.
He gets loads of cuddles. Yeah. You two, hello Tony. Did you get to where you were heading for when it was thundering and raining? I'm getting a puppy, and it will be joining me at Christmas. Getting a Labrador called Eric. Oh my god, adorable.
So, yeah, I don't want to spoil much, but yeah, recently there was a very sort of sudden flash storm while we were cruising. I shan't say too much. We've got some pretty good clips. So I'm excited for you to see that. It'll be a little way away yet, but yeah, we were safe, but it was pretty intense.
Yeah. We probably going to head off pretty shortly, so if anyone has any last minute questions, pop them in the chat.
Or if we've not read one out that you've asked a while ago, feel free to post it again.
Yes.
More than happy to answer them.
But you can get married in Dudley Canal Tunnel? No way.
Maybe we'll just do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll do
that. Oh, it's Dudley Canal, quick!
Get married. YouTube live stream wedding.
Yeah, you can all come along virtually.
Dupes would be a great ring bearer, best man.
That's true.
Not Rufus, though.
Merlin's cat said, do either of you play an instrument?
Come here.
I used to play guitar. I used to play it quite a lot as a kid. And then through my teenage years, and then sort of just stopped playing as much. So I'm very, very, very out of practice. I do still have one guitar that's just sort of stored at my mum's. I used to have 7, I think, at one point. 7 and an ukulele. But I always wanted to learn piano and violin, but just didn't get around to it. But at some point, it'd be nice.
I'm not a very musical person, so no, I can't play any instruments.
The triangle.
I could play the triangle, yeah. Marie Twig says, if you come on the River Trent in Knots, pop in for a drink so Rufus can meet Trenty Big... Oh my
Big
god,
Nose English Bull Terrier.
We love English Bull Terriers.
They're one of our favourite
we used to, like we said, we used to foster and like look after dogs for people before we got Rufus. And there was this big Bull Terrier, and he was amazing. What was his name? Pepper.
He was huge.
We absolutely loved him.
He was about this big, weighed an absolute ton, and was just
he was such a baby.
But he was really clumsy as well, so he'd just turn around and just like whack his head on the table, and you just hear like a massive bang, and it didn't seem to faze him. But
and he would only eat. He would only eat from the hand, so he would have biscuits, and he wouldn't eat from a bowl. You had to individually hand feed him. He was so cute.
Yeah, he was just the best.
But Ames, you're a beautiful singer on Twitch. Well, sometimes.
Amy Jo said, "Where's do you compose any music for your game development, or is that done by someone else?" I wish I was good enough to compose music, but unfortunately not. So that's typically done by like dedicated composers and sound designers. Yeah, I haven't dabbled in that road. I think the closest I got was the DJ function on the old Sony Ericsson phones. Had a blast with them, but not much other than that.
Rebecca Bailey said, have you made lots of new friends who are other boaters, and have you lost any friends after your decision to live on a boat? Really good question. We I keep blowing Dix's fluff away. We have met so many new friends on the boat. It's really lovely. So many friends that you kind of make a really close friendship with them, even though you don't see them all the time. And then when you eventually are like, your boats are nearby each other, it's really exciting. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of say hello and catch up and stuff like that. So many. And in terms of losing any friends, we haven't necessarily lost any friends, but I won't lie, there have been friendships that maybe we just don't stay in touch anymore as often, and they've kind of faded out. We're still obviously friends, but we're just not, we don't see each other as much. But then we have lovely friends, because we ain't got a car, so it's harder for us to see. We have lovely friends that come and visit us all the time, and if we're in towns where we're near our friends, then yeah, we get to see them. But some of our friendships, unfortunately, from our hometowns.
I think generally speaking, though, like, because we're quite big gamers, most of our friends anyway are online, so we've met them through like playing games with them. So like our three friends that visited recently when we were cruising to Oxford, Polyflirt and Blubber, they're not their real names, they're their usernames that
from online
we know them from. So like Blubber's name isn't actually Blubber.
We were surprised no one said, why is your friend called Blubber, to be honest.
But yeah, like we like one of them's from Poland, one of them is from the Netherlands, so we're always kind of used to having sort of like more long distance friendships anyway, which then aren't affected really by the boat. So that's been quite nice. I
think last question, did you get your dental stuff done? Yes, I did. I'm feeling so much better, thank you so much. But
took a while.
I might have to have it all over again on the other side, but that's another question. We won't talk about that. But yeah, it's all good. Thank you so much. Tim's been to the dentist today. Oh, I hope you're doing all right. I know how hard that is.
You've had your wisdom teeth out. Lots of mashed potato and ice cream.
Yeah.
Take it steady.
For sure.
Keith said we could jam on uke together.
I'm
actually probably going to try and look for another one, because the ukulele is much better like size for a boat. And I did used to like that, even though I could basically only play half of Bohemian Rhapsody.
But yeah, thank you all so much to everyone who came tonight. John said, Wes, was you brought up in Peterborough?
I was brought up very near Peterborough, actually, yeah. It was probably my closest city. That's awesome.
Marie says, blades or owls? For us, neither, but we dislike, we're not football fans, but we dislike the one in Hillsborough the most, just because it used to always cause us loads of problems with the car when we were trying to drive home and there was a football match on. Yeah. So we're not fans of either, but we dislike that one. But yeah, thank you so much everyone who's hung out with us tonight, chatted, asked questions. We really appreciate it. Sorry Lorna, sorry you missed it, but I hope you're doing good. Give us a like on here if you haven't already. And we will see you Tuesday.
Yeah.
For the next update. Follow us on our socials and all that.
Get cracking then, isn't it?
Follow us on our socials and all that jazz for behind the scenes and everything like that. Tom, yes. Tom, thank you.
Excellent work.
Best mod. Everyone, sorry, before we go, if you're still here, say hi YouTube in the chat.
Oh, they haven't seen the camera yet. Spoilers.
Say hi YouTube in the chat, and we will include the clip in the vlog. If you want to be featured in the vlog, so
just spam a little like hi YouTube or something like that, and we'll give it a minute or so, and then we'll just get a little clip of it.
Yeah, if you're still here, but if you thank you all so much for hanging out.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. If you haven't already liked the stream, feel free to do so. If you haven't already subscribed, that's also free and definitely worthwhile because we now put out 2 videos a week. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and thank you also to the wonderful super chatters who are scrolling over here thanks to Amy's fancy streaming setup.
Oh, hi Gary, hope you and the family are all right. Lovely
Hi,
to see you. All right, go on then. Get a little clip.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to do an annoying talky bit first. I always feel really embarrassed when other people are watching us do this. So we're just about to end our Halloween live stream. It's been absolutely wonderful talking to all of you. For anyone that stopped by, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get all your high YouTubes in.
Behind the scenes. And here are all the lovely viewers, all the high YouTubes. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been an absolutely wonderful evening.
Oh,
a few more in the end.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Happy Halloween. Bye. Bye. Dupes. Rufus, come here. Say bye. Oh, he's ran away. Rufus, say bye. He doesn't want to. But yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you on Friday, Tuesday. And if you haven't already, the vlog that went live today at 5:30 was our adventures in Lechlade. So check it out on our channel. But yeah, good night.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.